Hey there, it's nice to see all of your beautiful faces today. I know, right? It's the last video, 21 days challenge, it's over. Let's go ahead and eat some pizza right now. Let's just go back to the way that we were pre-21 day challenge, right? No. Alright, so let's talk about one of the most important things that I wanted to address a long time ago in this challenge is motivation and procrastination. Nobody is motivated all the time. There have been so many times over these past few weeks that I came home from work and I was just exhausted. I didn't feel like doing anything except lying on my bed watching Netflix. Absolutely zero motivation. I spoke about this earlier, but there are two types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, in short, is the motivation that comes from within, where you actually feel like doing something because you want to better yourself. That's the type of motivation that we do not have sometimes, right? That can go away. Then there's extrinsic motivation. That is the one that comes from external factors. And what that means is factors like you guys, my family, my friends, all of these surrounding factors around me motivate me to do something. Let's take this series, for example. Intrinsic motivation played a huge factor in me going to the gym, making sure I did it every day, maintaining that consistency, and uploading these videos for you guys. So these two types of motivation play a huge role, and whatever it is that you are doing, whatever your 21-day challenge was, try to identify what these factors are. Next, let's talk about the 2-day rule. This is something that I've been following for the longest time, longer than I can even remember. I was probably doing this without even knowing that I was doing this, and I'm pretty sure you were too. So what is this 2-day rule? Essentially, it means that whatever new habit you're trying to learn, start, or actually do, don't take more than 2 days of break. Anything more than that, there is a lot of research that's done which shows that you're more likely to break that habit and not go back into doing that task if you take longer than 2 days of break. Now, over the course of these 21 days, I just learned so much. It was literally a roller coaster ride. Just apart from the habit and consistency of actually going to the gym, there's so many more things that I picked up. Things like being proactive, not being lazy, making sure that I was eating right, because everything, all the work and effort that I was putting into the gym would all go down the drain if I wasn't. And the biggest, and this is something that I would have never anticipated, is managing work, going to the gym, and YouTube videos for you guys. I did not anticipate or imagine the amount of workload it would be. It was go all the time these last 21 days. And I'm not gonna lie, I am exhausted. But the big thing that I learned from all this as an experience, and I'm so glad that I did, is time management. I made sure that I prioritized everything. I didn't let go of anything. I took out time from tasks that I didn't even know I had to make sure everything was completed on time. And what this brings me to is the concept of daily habits. So whatever your 21-day challenge was, try to reflect on yourself and think about the small daily habits that you formed as a result of these 21 days. And honestly, you'll just be surprised at what you learned. And this is a huge achievement. Like, congratulate yourself for that. You definitely deserve a pat on the back for that, right? I mean, it's no joke. I've done it. You've done it. 21 days sounds a very little amount of time, but maintaining a habit and consistently doing something for 21 days is a huge accomplishment. Over the past 3 weeks, I have learned that I can come up with some really, really good excuses. Things like it's the weekend, it's Sunday, so maybe I shouldn't go to the gym because, it's a Sunday and why should I? I have a lot of work from the office, so I could probably stay home and use my gym time to work on a presentation and prep for that. Excuses, 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 whatever the reason is. And basically, I just thought to myself that all I'm doing by telling myself this is trying to convince myself, because there was nobody actually forcing me to do this, all of this, that it was okay for me to break that 21-day challenge that I set my goal towards. And I just stopped. I started doing something called Jugaad. And all of my Indian friends out there know exactly what I'm talking about. But for some of you who are not from India, Jugaad is basically an Indian phrase, which means that you find an alternative solution, whatever it may be, however broken it may seem, but you make it work. And my jugaad for all of these excuses that I came up with were things like if it was Sunday and it was the weekend and I know that I would feel like a potato all day and feel lazy, I would get my workout done first thing in the morning so that I had the rest of my day to be lazy and do whatever I want. If there was an important presentation from the office that I had to work on, I would work on that, make sure that it's done, and go to the gym and use cardio time as a way of revision for that presentation. So I got my workout done at the same time I was getting the stuff done for work as well. So what I mean by telling you guys all of these examples is that even though I was getting my 21-day challenge done, that didn't mean that I was falling behind or not doing other things like work, YouTube, or the other things in life that I would generally do without this challenge. I was just prioritizing and making time for everything some way or the other. And the interesting part, which is something that I didn't realize when I was doing, it seemed hard for day 1. It seemed really hard for day 2. It literally seemed impossible to do by the end of week 1. But the interesting thing was, now that I look back at these last 3 weeks, I'm very easily able to maintain and manage all of these things, work, YouTube, fitness, and it doesn't seem hard anymore. It's just like, yeah, I can get this done. I know exactly what I need to do, and I know exactly how to shuffle my routine around to get all of these things done, and it doesn't seem hard. And that's what I want to tell you. No matter what your 21-day challenge was, say it was prepping for an exam or studying, say you started studying for 2-hour or 4-hour blocks, it would seem hard for the first couple of days, but by the time you finish doing it for a couple of weeks, 21 days, it wouldn't seem hard anymore. So what you've done is you've basically increased that threshold for yourself that you called hard. And now it's not hard anymore. It's just a way of life. It's just something else that you can do. And that's exactly what the point of this 21-day challenge was. Alright, so that's basically it. That's all that I had planned for this video. Kind of feels like I'm saying goodbye, but I'm really not. I just will not see you day after tomorrow. These alternate day videos is kind of coming to an end, which wraps up this 21-day challenge playlist. But we'll go back to our regular weekly uploads. You'll find all sorts of variety of content, so stay tuned. I have a lot planned for the channel. Comment down below what your goal was, and if you were able to achieve that, I really want to know. I like to read through what people had in mind and set their goals at for this 21-day challenge. But if you guys missed any of the other videos in the 21-day challenge, don't forget to check those out. And I know that a ton of you guys are prepping for some tests, and a lot of you guys are in the process of applying for the admission for next term in the US or Canada. So don't forget to check out my college tips playlist. That's extremely useful. Thank you so much for watching along and coming on this journey with me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.